What's up guys, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com and this is my detailed review and install of the Stainless Works Retro 3-inch LMF Cat-Back Exhaust System available for your 2015 and up Fastback GT with X-Pipe. I'm going to be covering a lot of ground in this video guys, so bear with me. We're going to talk about what kind of sound you can expect when using the X-Pipe version of the LMF system from Stainless Works, what you're going to be looking at as far as basic materials and construction, and then finally a quick little walkthrough of the install here guys. And honestly, no cutting, no permanent modification, a real simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter with a little bit more detail coming up later on. Alright guys, so you should be checking out the LMF Cat-Back from Stainless Works here if you're after one of the most aggressive and one of the most loud systems available in the aftermarket thanks to the X-Pipe design, and one that's going to use some of the best materials possible. On top of that, you should be looking at this thing if you're after all the stuff I just said and you'd like to get all of that for around the $1,000 price point. So with all that said guys, let's take a closer look here at the Stainless Works. So the LMF came to life basically as a response to the people who really enjoyed the sound of the original retro chambered catback from Stainless Works, the 2.5-inch version, but wanted something that was going to be a little bit more loud and something that was going to offer 3-inch cores or mufflers for the higher horsepower applications. The result is the LMF here again from Stainless Works, and if you heard the sound clips at the top of this video, you probably have a good idea what LMF stands for. And as advertised, this system is one loud MF, as you heard with the sound clips here, an easy 5 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to wake the neighbors scale. And believe me when I tell you here guys, this is one of those systems where you're just gonna have to take my word for it. It's a lot louder than you're getting through your headphones or your computer speakers. You're also picking up a good amount of rasp with this system, but it's really no surprise when you're looking at such a free-flowing system like this and one that does incorporate the X-Pipe. And for all that sound you're getting on the outside, you're also picking up a good amount of sound on the inside as well, but it really isn't unbearable. In fact, it tends to go with the Mustang and just adds to the experience in my opinion. So how does this system get its name? Well, again, Stainless Works took their extremely popular 2.5-inch retro chambered system and just gave it a little more size and giving it a lot more sound in the process. The standard retro chambered system, again, 2.5-inch cores or mufflers. The retro chambered LMF gets bumped up to a full 3-inch muffler and resonator, increasing the performance a little bit, but really cranking up the sound in the process. The actual sound is shaped by the retro chambered 3-inch mufflers and resonators working in conjunction with that included X-Pipe, of course, giving you that slightly higher pitch tone, maybe a little bit more rasp as well. It is worth mentioning here, gang, that this thing is available but with an H-pipe in place of that X-Pipe, so if you wanted a slightly deeper tone overall, maybe a little less volume, you should definitely check that out. In fact, cruise on over to the product page, listen to the sound clips, and you can hear what this thing's all about. I do want to quickly go back to the larger core or muffler here just real quick and reiterate that this would be an awesome choice for those boosted S550 GTs out there, or maybe the guys planning on going forced induction down the road. That's just because the boosted GTs love a slightly larger diameter system overall, and this thing really fits the bill there. And while on topic of configuration, let's talk about the connection here real quick. As you can see, this guy does feature the factory style connection with this particular system. However, if you wanted to eliminate that neck down, get rid of that choke point altogether, Stainless Works does offer a full 3-inch system from tip to tip, eliminating the factory style connection here, but you have to use this system with a set of Stainless Works long tube headers, and you can check that out here at AM as well if you want. All right guys, let's switch gears real quick. Let's talk construction for a little bit, and again, nothing but the best from Stainless Works here. Premium 304 grade stainless steel throughout, including the 3-inch mandrel bent tubing, the retro chambered mufflers and resonators, and finally the 4-inch conical wall tips. Now, premium stainless steel 304 is the benchmark. It's what you want when you're dropping top dollar on a system like this, because ultimately it's going to be the best at reducing corrosion and it's going to be the best at long-term durability. Far better than aluminized steel and even 409 grade stainless to a certain extent. And you might pay a little bit extra for this, but ultimately Stainless Works does a great job of keeping this system pretty reasonable despite the premium build. So what is reasonable? Well, this system is hovering right around that $1,000 price point, which in my opinion is very solid given the level of craftsmanship and the level of materials. Now, if you wanted something with similar build quality and similar materials, such as Cook's, Corsa, or even Borla, you're gonna be spending a lot more compared to the Stainless Works here. And on the topic of installation, guys, again, this one's not gonna kill you. 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe an hour or 2 in the garage or driveway before you're making some noise. This one's gonna require some basic hand tools, including a basic socket set, an impact gun if you have one, whether it be air or cordless, and maybe an extra set of hands to help you muscle around a few large pieces. As far as removing your factory system, basic clamps there, guys, nothing crazy. You might want to get your extra buddy in hand here or help you out removing that factory system because it is a little big and it is all one piece. After that, simply install the stainless works system in reverse order, starting from the front to the back of the car. And again, you should be wrapped up in a couple of hours from start to finish. As for my final thoughts here on the X-Pipe version of the Stainless Works LMF, well, it definitely lives up to its name as being one of the loudest systems available for your Coyote Power GT. It's going to give you a great build and some of the best materials in the category, all for a price that's very reasonable given the competition. So that's my review of the Stainless Works LMF Retro 3-inch system, which you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.